Absent-Minded Gamer here. Hey, today we're going to take a look at the new Got Friends F4F Wildcat. Yep, this plane dropped yesterday. And let me tell you, it does not disappoint. This is another gorgeous, gorgeous aircraft for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. And the guys over at Got Friends have nailed this plane. The F4F Wildcat was a carrier-based aircraft used mainly during World War II. In total, there were over 7,885 of these planes built. The F4F Wildcat was a carrier-based aircraft that first entered service in 1940 and was mainly used during World War II. There were over 7,885 of these airplanes built. The aircraft itself had a top speed of 318 miles per hour with a max range of 830 miles. The primary users of these particular planes were the United States, the Royal Navy, and the Royal Canadian Navy. Externally, Got Friends has nailed this plane. It is excellent. The detail is there. The aircraft has a really good feel to it. The flight engine is good. And it's relatively easy to figure out once you get in and you want to fly it. The detail is just excellent. And then if you incorporate the sound along with a well-modeled aircraft, you have one heck of an add-on. And this has all sorts of additional little sound effects that we'll explore later. Exterior lighting is also good, and you also have on all the different models, you also have simulated gun ports that you can actually fire from within the cockpit. So that's kind of different to Flight Simulator. In total, there are 13 different liveries that come with this aircraft, and they range, actually, they're all based on real and actual F4F Wildcats that flew during the war and are presently flying to this day, or simply exist in a museum. So you get a decent array of liveries with this add-on. You even get the French Navy version of the F4, as well as Kermit Week's version of the F4F Wildcat. So that's pretty cool. So lots to see there. As you can see, this aircraft comes with several different features. Lots of little eye candy. The aircraft is set, when it boots up, it's set in its, would be carrier mode, where it's got the wings folded and they're storing it on the carrier. So the animation for the wings is excellent. So let's go ahead and jump into the cockpit. Cockpit is pretty much your standard fare. Let's go ahead and lower those wings. Okay, like I was saying, your cockpit is pretty much your standard fare. a very basic instrument layout. This aircraft was made for fighting, aerial combat, so there isn't a lot of complexity to it, but so far, with the exception of a couple buttons, everything I've found in this cockpit seems to do something. Even the emergency warning flares or emergency flares, you can actually fire your guns, which I really haven't figured out how to do that yet. Ah, well, it's that easy. The only reason I figured that out was because I went and read their website that the guns actually fire. And let's see, what else? The canopy is animated. But there's a little bit of something here for everybody. And I like here, the tail hook lever. The way it works. It's just cool to me. I mean, it's very antiquated, but yet very interesting. And a lot of fun to fly. So let's go ahead and check out the sound. You can, this is, you can do everything from the cockpit from the start, follow your checklists, and you'll get the plane in the air in no time. I was able to go from the checklist, start the plane, and it's just then the one thing that does work well is that the little tick box where you can go if you don't know where something's at, the sim will actually show you where it's at, so you don't have to hunt all over the place for it. So that's cool. And there's some other little cool features here, like the level underneath the gun sight. That actually moves back and forth as you're flying, which is a really neat, really cool added feature. I mean, I don't really know what it does for you in Flight Simulator, but it's cool to see that move while you're moving. It gives you the total illusion of actually being there, I think. And at the heart of the plane, you can bring out this little board, and you have this. It's kind of like a makeshift tablet, but you can add all these things, change these things. You can even put a mirror in if you want to. There's your mirror. And it kind of depends on what you want to do while you're flying it. So, something else kind of cool here is that you can add the aerobatic smoke. And that is actually, I think it's over. Yeah, you can turn it on over here to the right. You actually have a catapult launch, second countdown, your smoke, and your wing fold is right there. Or you can use that to eat your lunch on. Okay, let's go ahead and check out the sound effects. And this is kind of just a first look, so we're not going to really delve into the... I'm going to just start it up, let you hear it, and we'll go from there. And we'll go for a short flight over Bora Bora. So we are going to jump around to the different liveries here so you can take a look at them. And we're going to just go ahead with the good old Control-E start, just so you can hear it from the outside. So if you are going to start it from inside the cockpit, you have things like your primer. And like I said, you just go up here and you follow your checklists. Pre-flight checks before starting engine. And that'll get you right through the startup process and into flight. There's what I was talking about, the bubble moving. And I have the tail wheel set on simplified because I can't make the turns for some reason. Plane. I do have the, I think the only thing I had on the thing was, my tail wheel was, yeah, my ground handling is simplified. I prefer to just leave that the way it is. Handle interactions, refill drop tanks. Like I said, alright, to add some of the extra eye candy features, you're going to go down here in the cockpit. Now, I just assumed that this was all done through the weights and balances menu, and it's not. You just go down here and you go to these switches are right here. Then it will add a bomb to the left and a bomb to the right, and then your drop tanks are also installed. And if you switch those off, those features will disappear. So that's good to know. I was just looking at some of the other stuff, and I ended up looking in the manual, and that's where I found it. It also said the manual stated that these features are not available on the marketplace version of the F4F. So if you buy it through the marketplace, they have a file on their website that you can download to make this stuff work. So let's go take a look at the exterior stuff. Something else I found that was really kind of cool. This are your light switches. These do all your different lighting systems. And then over here, more probably formation switches and whatnot. And here, where did it go? Gun camera. Now I just figured this would be just for show. But check that out. It's got a gun camera on it. How cool is that? So here we are with a full load on our plane. We got 2 bombs, one on each wing, and our 2 drop tanks. So that's going to, of course, make the plane fly a lot heavier. And as you add these features, you can actually see the plane move from the weight of those features. So this time we're in the commemorative Air Force plane. I just wanted to show those off. Really, the lighting on this is really good. Detail is just excruciatingly good. Now this plane retails for $19.99 on their website, and it will be available on the marketplace. I don't regret buying it from their website. I think had I got it and realized that I had to download something else to make some of the features work, because Marketplace won't allow those features, I would have been kind of upset. So And it probably helps them out more if you buy it directly from their website. Okay, well, we're going to swap aircraft one more time, and then we're going to go and Wilder's Wildcat. We're going to go ahead and go for a quick little flight around Bora Bora. That way you can get a feel for the aircraft. What I do like is that when the canopy's open and you close it, the sound changes significantly. That would happen in real life. That's a nice added feature. And there's your gear up sound. That's rolling that handle up. Could you imagine? For those of you that aren't aware, Bora Bora Improvement Project by Clef 4D, which I did make a short video on, that is what I'm flying around. And you can get this scenery either from simmarket.com or you can get it from his website. It is really good scenery. He's got another update coming out for it. It's going to add some new stuff to it. It just adds a lot to the look and feel of Bora Bora. I've really enjoyed the scenery. So as we're looking around in the cockpit, like I was telling you, the guns are actually simulated. Let's go ahead and try that here. Have some simulated gun dogfights with your friends using this plane. Use that gun camera. I still think that's a cool feature. Something you don't normally see in an add-on.
Ryatat Tower F4F-4 November Lima 9er Whiskey Juliet frequency change. Center F4F-4 November Lima 9er Whiskey Juliet is type F4F-4 4 miles west of Bravo Romeo 0 to 1,200 feet. Request flight following.
We are clean on this one, no drop tanks, no bombs. Now I did try this on some carriers. Tried this on the Super Carrier Pro package from Miltech, and if I start the plane from land and take it to the carrier and land on it, it's fine. But when I try to start it from the carrier, the plane usually flips out and rolls over and crashes. And one of the biggest problems I had is if you hit the prop, you bend the propeller, and every time it would jump into the carrier, it would nose out. It would go nose down and bend the propeller. So if you start in the air and then go to land on the carrier, it'll work fine. But I don't know. I might be doing something wrong there, but I don't believe I am. So, anyways, this plane really takes you back. I mean, think back to some of the older sims, the Pacific Air War games like that, where you flew these airplanes and you went after the Japanese ships, fighters. This is just an exceptional add-on. This price-wise, price point, and what it does for the simulator wise, it's excellent. And Got Friends they do some fantastic work. Well, I think, without a benefit of the doubt, you could say, I mean, sound-wise, model-wise, detail-wise, everything is great about this add-on. Yeah, I especially like the reflections of the sun off the fuselage of the plane. That's just phenomenal. Alright, well, hey, that was fun. If you don't have this airplane, I think you should get it. It's worth it. It's definitely worth the 20 bucks. Worth the time. Just a beautiful aircraft. A little piece of history here. You get to experience it from the confines of your own little computer room, computer office, whatever you want to call it. Well, that wasn't horrible. Decent little landing there. I love this tropical look. The palm trees. This has become one of my new favorite places to fly.